Hi yogis, welcome to Yoga All Day with Marianne. Glad you could make it, and kudos to you for showing up. We're going to start in half lotus position with our hands in Dharma Chakra Mudra. Dharma Chakra Mudra is like so, making circles from the tip of the Peter pointer to the thumb, and then the rest of the fingers come out straight. So this turns into Gyan Mudra. Now we'll sit in half lotus position and we'll resume our breathing. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Turning our thoughts inwards. So we'll be focusing this class on our breathing, and we'll also set an intention for the class, which by that I mean just setting a quality that you'd like to cultivate more of in your life. So it could be patience, it could be energy, it could be joy, contentment, or just plain peace. So while you're choosing a quality, you're breathing, you're deeply inhaling and exhale. The quality I'm going to be focusing on this class is healing. So it's going to be a healing class based on breathing techniques, a little bit of meditation, and some deep stretches for the spine and hip openers, and a little bit of meditation. So we'll continue breathing. The spine is nice and straight. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So this time we're just going to place our right hand on the mat and slowly slide down the mat and bring our left hand over for a slight little stretch. Hold. This is just a nice easy stretch for the side body. Bring the left hand down and the right hand over. Hold. One more each side. Slide the hand over and reach over with the left. One more. Slide the hand over, reaching over with the left. And now we're going to coordinate our breathing with our movement. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Ideally, this is what we shall be doing the entire class, is breathing. As we inhale, we usually start the movement, and as we exhale, we exert. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now we'll put a cross in the center and inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're just warming up the shoulder joints, getting a little bit of movement going in the upper body. Let's switch into a circular movement so we can warm up the shoulders and build a little firmness in the deltoids and the tricep area. And we'll also pulse back with the arms. The arms are in a straight diagonal, shoulder height. Let's circle and reverse. Circle, reverse, and pulse back. Keeping on with the breathing. Inhale and exhale. Good. Both arms to the top, and we'll come down in a slight crunch. Hold for 4, 3. Inhale, reach to the top, and come down in a slight crunch. You can be sitting in easy position or in half lotus. We're just doing a little bit of warming up of the shoulder area and the spine. So last time, reach up. Inhale. Reach up. And this time I'm going to turn my left hand on the fingertips a little to the side, and I'll bring my right hand over to my left knee. So I'm going to hold that slight spinal twist for a count of 4. Good. This time, right hand comes back, left hand comes over left knee, and you're just going to hold that spinal twist just for a second. Excellent. Now we'll shift into butterfly pose. This is when I like to bring out my blocks because sometimes we need a little bit of gap distance between us and the floor. And the blocks seem to work very well here for me. So now what we'll do is we'll bring our chest slowly towards our feet. If you'd like to remain on your forearms, by all means. Otherwise, hold the position. And we're going to reach up and come down to our forearms. Just reach up and come down to our forearms. Excellent. Now that we're in this position, it's quite easy to move into a side parallel position. Again, you can keep the blocks for that little space or just move them aside for when you need them next. So we're going to reach our hand down to our shin, put our other arm across the left side, and we're just going to give the right side of our body a stretch. So we'll pick a focal point. Focal points are good for balancing. You always want to pick a focal point or a drishti when you're balancing, but also when you're just holding poses, just to maintain your concentration. So you're focusing on a point, which is your drishti. Your foot is flexed. You have your hand either on your shin or on the arch of your foot, and your torso is draped over your extended leg thigh. Hold. And we'll move right into a parallel stretch. If you feel more comfortable staying in easy pose or in butterfly position, by all means do. So we're going to look at a new chakra, a new mudra, which is the Sacral Mudra, and it's simply cupping the hands and touching the thumbs together. So with this mudra, we're going to stretch our arms up and over to the side. So hold for 4. Come back to the center and come to the left side. Now we use mudras in yoga to channel our energy. It is said that the energy flows and the circuitry flows out of our fingertips. So using mudras either channels the energy to yourself or to the universe, depending on the mudra. In a mudra like Lotus Mudra, where our fingertips are spread out facing the heavens, this way we are cultivating the energy of the universe. So holding mudras is also important in conjunction with the posing. So this time, we'll bring both of our feet together. This is called Dandasana. This is just a straight perpendicular pose. Your back is straight, your legs are straight. And we're going to hold that up, flex our feet. Let's move into the Sacral Mudra again. Bring our hands down to our feet or to our shins, flexing our feet, and just dropping our head down towards our knees. So we're going to reach up and then resume our mudra and reach through to our leg. Reach up to the heavens. Resume your mudra. Down to the toes. reaching up, and then last one, down to the toes. Good, let's do some slight easy spinal twists. So the right leg comes over to the left knee, and the right hand is back, and the left elbow hooks over onto the right knee. Hold. Your back is straight. The objective is to have a nice straight spine. Hold for 4. Good. Now we're going to switch. The left knee comes up. The right arm goes back. The left elbow hooks on the right knee. And we'll just hold. For 4. And we can actually twist to the other side. Holding for 4. Good. This time, we're going to bring the right foot up to the left knee, hook the left elbow over the right knee, and place the right hand at the back. Holding for 4. Good. We're just going to switch legs. So bring the left foot over the right knee. Hook the left elbow over the knee, hand to the back. And we can actually do this twist both ways. So this time, we're going to hook the right elbow over the left knee. Hold. Excellent. Come right up onto your knees, and we're in hero position, hands in prayer position, Anjali. Hold, inhale, exhale with Om. Om. This time reach up, inhale, exhale with Om and sit. Om. It's the universal vibration. If you want to get in touch with the universe or the vibes of the universe, it's the first known common sound to man. Let's try it again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale with Om. Om. Excellent. Come up on the knees. Kick the left leg out. Use your blocks for stability. And we're going to move into a lunge position. Just holding the lunge. The easiest way to hold a lunge is just by keeping the knee at 90 degrees. Just hang the elbow over the knee and use your blocks for stability on the other side. If you don't have a block, a firm cushion or a rolled up towel. So stretching in lunge position, holding. Good. Take it back. Take that leg back. Bring the other leg out. Same thing. I'm going to switch the block to the other side. And I'm going to do my nice lunge, stretching out the groin muscles, trying to keep the palm either flat or on my fingertips, but not really in a kickstand position, which I sometimes do. So hold your knees at 90 degrees. You're holding for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And this time when we come back, we're going to straighten the leg and bring the head to the knee. Hold for 4. Good. Using your hands for support, bring that other leg out, straighten it out, and hold the position. If you need to put a nice foamy mat underneath the knee, by all means, that's recommended as well. Good, using the hands for support. Bring that other leg out. We're going to stretch it out again. Hold for 4. And this time, we're going to try and keep the balance. And we're going to reach up and bring the hands down, head to the knee. Reach up and hands down, head to the knee. Good, let's try that on the other side. The knee is up, 90 degrees, hands up, and bring the head down, 90 degrees. Take it up and bring it down. We're coming right down into tabletop position. And in tabletop position, we're going to strike our first pose. So we're going to keep our right side straight out. We're going to lean a bit to the left side for balance. And we're going to hold. Excellent. This time, left hand, left leg comes out. Hold that position. Good. Come back to all fours. We're going to do some rounding of the back for cat and cow. So round the back and arch. Look up. Round the back and arch. Look up. One more time. Round the back and arch. Look up. And this time we're going to widen the knees and we're going to drop the derriere straight down to the ground and do a wide-legged cat's pose. You can bring your toes a tiny bit in and the knees are wide. Hold that position. Come back up to table and top, into the rounded cat-cow. Round and arch, round and arch. This is an excellent soothing exercise for the spine. So I hope you'll do it on a regular basis. Come down into the wide-legged child's pose. And this time we're going to come up onto our forearms into puppy pose. So in puppy pose, our derriere is in the air. And our back is arched down, sloping down towards our elbows, towards our bent hands. So we can come back up to a tabletop position and come back down to our forearms to give that upper stretch of the back. Hold. Come back up to tabletop. This time, opposite hand and leg come out for another balance pose for 4. Other side, opposite hand out, opposite leg out. Hold. You guys are doing great with this. This is excellent. We're making a straight line from the tip of our fingers to the tip of our toes. And then come back down, wide-legged child's pose. Toes can be pointing in slightly. Hold. And come back up. This time we're going to come right up to downward facing dog. So downward facing dog is just essentially a V with the body and the floor. The hips are high, you're hinging at the hips. The tummy bandha is nice and tight. The body's made up of another set of circulatory systems, which are the bandhas, and we'll get into those later on. For now, we're going to talk about the chakras. So the chakras are energy vortexes running all the way up the spine, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Each are responsible for different areas in the body and also different functions and qualities. So we're going to come into a plank position and we're going to focus on that base chakra, which is your root chakra. And that's the energy vortex responsible for your safety, your security, your sense of survival. And when that chakra is opened up, these aspects of your life are all taken care of. So we'll come back up into downward facing dog. We're going to hold our plank again. Hold your plank. And then drop to the knees. Come right into a prone position. So in our prone position, we're going to lift our toes and our shins to our knees off the mat. We're going to hold our hands at our chest, nice and comfy. And then we're just going to relax into the prone position. So this is a Hatha Superman. Feet come up. If you want to do a full Superman, both arms up. Flex that derriere, curve of the spine, holding, and then releasing. Again, hold. Now feel free to just do the hands out, or just do the legs out, or both. Hold. Excellent. Now I'm going to reach back from my foot with my right hand, and I'm just going to hold that position, and I'm going to tense it. Now I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to grab my other foot with my other hand. We're going to move into bow position, so we're riding on our pelvic bone. Our body makes the shape of a bow. Knees are off, chest is off, and relax. Let your feet go. Hands at the chest. We're going to do a Sphinx Pose, which is just on the forearms, and this is a nice little stretch you can do for the lower back. It feels good even doing it. And from Sphinx, we're going to move up into Puppy Pose. So derriere's in the air, arms are straight out. We're going to move back to Sphinx. On our forearms, just our chest is off the ground, looking straight ahead. And on all fours, back to Puppy Pose. Derriere's in the air. Feet are mostly together. Arms are straight out, or you can rest on your forearms, whichever you prefer. And now what we're going to do is a nice pigeon pose. So half pigeon pose. So just bring up the left knee, and your foot does not have to be out to a 90-degree angle. You have to be very flexible to do that pigeon pose. But what you can do is you can hover over your thigh with your chest and come down onto your forearms and still get the same stretch in your groin. So hold. And then if you like, you can come further down into a sleeping swan position. This is also a stretch you can do in your bed, before bed, or when you wake up. So you bring the knee up. And again, it does not have to be in a 90-degree position the way it would be if you were really super flexible. I find you need to do a super flexible pigeon pose with your knee a little straighter and just hovering over the top of your thigh. So hold. If you are flexible enough to put the foot up to 90 degrees, by all means. But somewhere along the lines, I didn't get flexible enough. Okay, so now we're going to do a couple sun salutations. So we're going to come up to downward facing dog, and we're going to move to our standing position. So bring the right leg up and shoot it between the hands or walk up gently into forward fold position. Forward fold, hold, and roll up gently. Spread the arms wide, come up into Dandasana, hands in prayer position. Deep swan dive down to Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands flat to the mat, right foot back. We're going to go into a low lunge on the right side, holding for 4. Hands down flat to the mat, come up on your toes. Scooch the left foot back into a plank position. Hold for 4. Come right down into Cobra. You can put your block here, rest your forehead on your block, hold. Come up to Baby Cobra. Turn the feet in. Come up to Downward Facing Dog. This time we'll lift our left leg up, walk it up, or bring it up between the hands. You're holding your forward fold, you're rounding your knees if it's better. Roll up nice and slow, vertebra by vertebra. Spread the arms wide. Sink down into the Uttanasana. And this time a little different, we're going to come into chair pose. So hold your chair position for 4. Come back up. Again, we'll come into chair position. And this time we're going to lift one of our legs up. So focusing a little bit on our balance, crunching at the crunch area, spine is generally straight. And we're going to stand straight up and we're still in our balance position. The trick to balances is finding a drishti, finding a center point where you can focus your eyes while you balance. So let's extend the leg out and bring the leg back in. All while we're balancing. Hands are reaching towards the heavens. You guys are doing great. Keeping up with the balance. And this time, that same hand, I'm going to grab into my same side hand and I'm going to move slowly into dancer's pose. Come down and bring the left leg up. Balancing, arms up. Just hold the balance position. Hold. Doing great. Extend the leg out. This time you've got your foot in your hand. Just in dancers. Making a bow with the back of the body. Right arm is straight, front arm straight. Focus on the balance. Doing great. And let it down gently. Back into chair pose. And now bring the right arm up, right leg up. Hold. Stand up nice and tall. Still holding that balance. And this time we're going to shoot the leg out behind us. And Lost our balance. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm going to start in chair pose. Lift the right leg up and shoot the leg out behind. It's tricky. Balance is one of those things. So you're essentially trying to make a straight line with the top body and a straight line with the legs. Mine probably don't look like straight lines, but good. So that's really good for our balance. Let's move into goddess pose and do a little bit of work on the quadriceps. So just pulsing easily, nicely. Let's go back to our Sacral Mudra. The Sacral Chakra is just below the belly button by the sacral bone. And when you activate the Sacral Chakra, you activate your creativity. That's where your creativity and zest for life come in. So that's the third chakra. Today we're focusing on the first, the root, the base chakra, and we're also focusing on different mudras and our breathing, which is why we turn our thoughts inwards when we're doing yoga. It's just us and our mats and our practice. And it's why my yoga practice is yoga all day, so that you can take what you learn on the mat out into the world. So let's just do a couple side bends in our goddess position. Just working the side body a little bit. You guys are doing amazing. This is, again, healing yoga, so it's a very slowed down, more of a relaxed pace. So now I always like to add in a couple pliés, which we take from our ballet class. So come up to 5-pointed star, come down and down and down. Good. Up to 5-pointed star, down, plie and plie. Good. Or squat. We take all disciplines of sports and we benefit from the features of each. So here we're in a squatting position. We're pulsing and we're going to do a deep breath in and out with Again, inhale, out with 5-pointed star, down in a squat. 5-pointed star, down in a squat. Again, 5-pointed star. Last time. Good. Arms out to the side. We're going to work on our Triconosana. So turn the foot to the wall. And we're going to shift over to our right side and slowly make our way down the leg. Stop at the shin if you feel, or come all the way down. Arms make a straight line. I'm going to face the floor and just hold my position. I'm going to cartwheel my arm down, go into a low lunge, hold the low lunge for 4. I'm going to come right up to a forward fold, roll up slowly, and back into my starting goddess position. So here we are in Goddess. We're going to do that same little sequence on this side. So straighten the legs, 5-pointed star, and down in a squat. For 4, thinking about the root chakra, opening up the root chakra, and straightening the leg, reaching out to the left, pointing the toe out to the side wall. Other leg is slightly outer, maybe a 60-degree angle. And we're going to slowly make our way down our leg. You can stop at the shin, stretch the arm out, or go right down to the floor. I'm going to turn my gaze to the floor, and I'm going to hold. Cartwheel my arm down into a low lunge position. Hold for 4. Bring the leg back up into Uttanasana, forward fold. Uttanasana, chair pose. Hold for 4. Good. Back to Goddess pose. We're back to Goddess, and what we're going to do here is we're going to do a same side stretch but with a bent leg. So reach the hand down to the foot and hold for 4. Cartwheel the arm around, straighten the leg, and head comes to the knee. Hold that position. This is a side pyramid pose. To the center and back up. So we'll do that same sequence on this side. Bend the knee, bring the arm down. If it's good at the shin, leave it at the shin. Hold straight, otherwise come down to the floor and hold. Arms in a straight line. I'm going to shift my gaze to the floor. And I'm going to cartwheel the arm down into a side parallel pyramid pose stretch. So hold. Good. Now I'm just going to come gently down onto the floor, onto my mat, and I'm going to work a little bit on the core area. I like to use my blocks when I'm doing abdominals, so just keeping a little bit of tension on the inner thighs. So hold out the arms nice and straight, hold out the legs, and you're in Navasana, boat pose. So we'll hold that for 4. And then this time, knees in, stretch it out. Knees in, stretch it out. Doing great. Almost through. We're going to do one last set of exercises in Shavasana. So we finally made it to Shavasana. We're going to basically just splay the legs and the arms out. I'm going to move down my mat. Splay the legs and the arms out. And take some deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling. I'm going to do a body check. So I'm going to curl and scrunch my toes and then flex them, flex my feet, and then just relax my feet. I'm going to do the same thing with my feet and my shins, calves. I'm going to flex them and relax. Now the whole leg, Legs, shins, calves, feet. Hold. Relax. Tighten at the belly. Relax. Tighten at the belly. Relax, which is about the height of your sacral chakra. Actually, it's the second chakra. It's the one after the spine. And then comes the solar plexus in the belly. So these chakras are for directing energy into areas of your life that need energy or that are blocked. So again, the base chakra, dealing with survival. It's your root chakra and safety and security. The sacral chakra, which is the next one up, right around the sacral bone, is the chakra based on creativity. So if you want to open up your creative ideas, a meditation idea is to focus on that energy vortex found right around your sacral bone, which is the little V bone right in between your hip bones. The next one up, I like the solar plexus because it's such a descriptive name, and it's also where our confidence and courage comes from, which is why sometimes when we're nervous, we feel it in our belly. So the next time you have a big meeting or a big rendezvous, you focus on that solar plexus, and you're going to get your confidence and your courage built up with opening up that chakra. So finishing our body check, let's tense the fists and the arms and the shoulders and relax. Now just tense the whole body and relax. Everything's splayed out. Bring the feet up so the knees are up. Bring the knees up to the chest. Hold. Inhale. And as you exhale, let down the left knee. Now switch. Inhale, bring up the left knee, let down the right leg. And in this little exercise sequence, we're going to focus on a meditation. I like to put a meditation in a location, so picture yourself at a beach or by the river or on a mountaintop, and just imagine soft breeze in your face and the warm sun and the cool air, and position yourself there. And your thoughts are like clouds, passing clouds. If one comes up, you let it pass. Another thought comes up, you let that pass. Now we're just going to head our knees to our chest and drop our knees to the side, twist our hip up, and come right back up to seated position. Excellent, exactly where we started. And we want to thank you very much for joining us today. I personally would like to thank you, and thank you for showing up, and thank you for doing the lesson. And I hope you got some gainful insights during this lesson, things that you can take from the sacred space that is your mat out into the world. Whether it's a breathing exercise or a child's pose or a couple ums, it's up to you. But I hope to see you next time, and have an excellent and wonderful week. Take care.